All right, collective, if you're here from any one of my other platforms, welcome over. My name's Cody. I'm your conscious soul reader. I appreciate y'all coming over and resonating with the reading. We're going to get a further look on what direction you're headed in. Where are you being guided? A lot of times we consider the tower moment as something that is upsetting. This is devastating a lot of times because it's unexpected and it's inevitable. Not everybody loves a tower moment. Sometimes we do. We scorch the earth and we're like, forget this, I'm out. That may be what has happened here. Or it may be eventually where your mind takes you after this tower moment. You may eventually down the road later realize why this was the best thing that ever happened to you. A tower moment. Okay, this is no laughing matter. We're going to jump into this in just a second. If you need a personal private reading, all of that information is going to be in the link tree in the description box of this video. You scroll all the way down in that link tree. This will show you all of the other platforms. If you recognize any of those, go ahead and give me a follow. Be sure to go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button here while you're at it. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Let's jump right in. If you need to catch that short reading to get caught up on why these cards are out here, the short is posted here and on those other platforms. Go check that out. All right. Where are we headed? Let's get some clarification. So we're going to go ahead and look. What is this tower? What is this tower? And look, I've got you emotionally like blocked off. But then down the road, you get to excitingly open up your heart again, and it feels like this is just exactly where Spirit wanted you to go. Look at the Temperance card, the High Priestess. Spirit wanted you here. Okay, let's talk about this Tower card. Why do we have the Tower card here? Four of Swords, Temperance, and the Page of Wands. Your spirit is trying to contact you about this feeling and urge. This excitement about what's happened is supposed to be a good thing. It's supposed to be a good thing. It doesn't feel good in the moment, I'm sure, because it's different. And it takes us away from what we had envisioned, from where we saw ourselves initially. Tell me about this King of Swords. What else is out here? Queen of Wands. Okay. Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. That excitement. Okay. The reasons why all of this attention and focus came to you, the reasons why is because it was supposed to shake everything up. This was supposed to shake everything up and take you in this new direction. Tell me about this King of Swords. It was supposed to shake everything up. Eight of Swords and the Empress. This was supposed to get you in your head so that you would go back to self. Because the world outside of you is triggering you. What is the best thing to do whenever your world is overstimulating you? Go within. Put your boundaries up and go within. Start to express how your needs are important, and your peace is going to take precedence over whatever else is going on, so that you can get clarity, so that you can figure things out and get a direction on where you're headed. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. We've got the King of Wands and the Moon card. You don't even know. You don't even know the direction you're headed, but you're like, you know what? It's that equivalent. I've said this in a reading recently. You don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. It's that equivalent here. You don't know where you're headed, but it's going to be better. And this is not meant for you to know. And again, I've been saying this lately also, that we can't possibly paint the picture of where we're headed when we've never been someplace so wonderful yet. We can only imagine from the places that we've already experienced. And the point to all this is to take you in a completely different direction. That's what the Tower card is. That's what the Chariot card is. That's what the Magician and the World card are. These are life-changing major arcana cards for a reason. For a reason. Because your spirit wants you to. Temperance, High Priestess. This is because, you know, God wants you there. And your divine feminine messenger is trying to tell you why. Why Dad said no. Mom's telling you why. Okay. Because you need to go where you're meant to be. You've already learned everything you need to learn where you've been. This is success. Successfully learned all of these old lessons. Now you're ready to create something better, something unimagined, because you've never been there before. It's exciting. This is wonderful. Tell me about the Chariot. Where are we going? Seven of Wands. Two of Swords. Four of Pentacles. You are barreling through these obstacles, these challenges, these blocks, and persistently saying, this is just where we need to go. This is just what needs to happen. This is also about you finally starting to do what matters for you. How long has it been since you've done for you? We always consider everyone else when we're making our decisions and our choices. We often lock ourselves into these very difficult decisions and choices because we overcomplicate it by failing to see what is actually greater and good for everyone involved. But this doesn't have to be a difficult decision. This can be about what works for you, what you need to do, and then just do it. Doesn't matter what anybody else says. Barreling through these blocks. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. Okay, Two of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. I feel like a lot of you are trying to carefully consider where your decisions are taking you based on past decisions, what not to do to create a different result in the future. This is those lessons. This is how we close old cycles, is when we're faced with this new decision. What have I done in the past? What didn't work? Now this is where you're going to change that momentum, shift your energy into a different direction. This is your responsibility. This is up to you to figure out what worked and what didn't work. Where do we go based on past experience? This is your experience. This is your lessons. This is your direction. Tell me about this Magician and the World. We've got the Hanged Man coming out. Okay. This is, again, more major arcana. This is the great sacrifice, where it's going to absolutely pay off, but it's going to require a lot of patience. I feel like you're wanting to have more clarity to be able to tell people about what's going on, but all you know is that where you've been is done, and where you're headed is where you need to go. That's it. Conveying this message is not as easy as we hope or think. This is something that just needs to be divinely guided. This needs to be a spiritual trust of you having divine faith, just having faith about where you're headed, because obviously where you've been is no longer working. Okay, tell me about the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Look, everybody's going to be all upset. Everybody who's involved is going to be upset for a minute, because we're just going to be worried about what we don't have and what we're missing out on and what we didn't get to do and where we didn't get to go and what we didn't get to experience. But that will pass. This too shall fade. Once the excitement about what is coming in starts to kick in, this will be a distant memory. The regret for not being included in this decision will ultimately end up fading. Here we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Lovers, Queen of Pentacles. Here's that fight. You're just like, you know what? It is what it is. Deal with it. Sun card, Justice card. Deal with it. Cause and effect. We're moving. We're moving forward. This is it. This is where we need to go. Okay. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I feel like once everyone starts to see where you've been called to go, they will definitely get on board. It will be worth the risk. And everyone will be okay with having to leave. And all of the drama will silence itself. And you can stand there and say, see, I told you so. I told you so. The cause and effect of all this is you are going to have more ease in being able to create security, to create abundance, to create flow in your life. This is going to be where you are going to be more successful. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. This is where you're called to go. All right. We're going to clean up this mess. And through the magic of camera editing, ta-da! Okay, so let's look and see what some advice would be. Let's get some advice. Remain calm. Remain calm, remain centered. Just keep your message consistent and calm. What else can I tell my collective? What's some advice? There's going to be drama. Just remain calm. You have to calm your own nerves and remain as optimistic as possible about what's going on. This is a big risk, but you have got to calm your nerves. This is about you being guided in a different direction that has nothing to do with your emotions. This has to do with monetary gains. This has to do with growing and evolving to where you're supposed to be. We've got the Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups out here. The Hierophant, Hermit card, Four of Swords. You're being divinely called. Again with the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords. Again, you have to remain as calm as possible and just go with the flow. This is going to ultimately show you a lot more clarity later. This is not meant for you to know right now. There is a divine higher path being directed here, and where you're going is going to bring in so much abundance. It just is. You have to let go with trust. This is perfect love and perfect trust. With perfect love and perfect trust, where we're going in life, where we're being called to go, letting go and going with it. Letting go of what your ego has attached to and being divinely guided into your new direction. Let's look at some flow. How do we get you flowing again? I feel like this might be something to do with where your career path is trying to take you, where your future is guiding you based on some goals that you are considering or have already started to implement. We've got ascension. Yeah, this is ascending. Your power is increasing. This is you elevating. We've got short-lived coming out, and it actually fell out in the reverse. This is something that is probably just getting started, and it's going to take a long time, and this is going to take a long investment of you. We've got music coming out as well. Many choices, many options. I feel like a lot of you are being asked to have more intentional focus. Maybe even ask for assistance to help you with some of these difficult decisions and choices. Maybe somebody else may have some bright ideas. With music coming out here, it says listen deeper to yourself. Listen deeper to yourself. Where have you always wanted to go? What do you feel like you're being called to do. Sit with it for a moment and really take this into careful consideration. I know that there's a lot of choices and a lot of options. There might be someone that could help you. You're going to need to prioritize where you're spending your energy, where you need to put some blocks up, and where you need to continue to invest, what is benefiting you and what is depleting you. We've got wisdom coming out as well. Use your best intelligence. You could be being called to develop your wisdom, to develop your intelligence whenever you're dealing with something. We've got flashback. I feel like in the past, maybe you didn't have as much insight into something, and Spirit is asking you to get a little bit more clarification to help you to be able to master this decision. We've got a ripple effect, star power, celebration. Okay, so the cause and effect of where you're being guided. The ripple effect of this is a lot of reasons for everybody to feel really good and confident about you. I feel like people are going to finally see that this is exactly the right thing. People are going to look at you like you have some sort of insight, some sort of psychic abilities. This is a treasure. Luck is on your side. It feels like you're just able to tap into this message that no one else can hear. And so luck is on your side. We've got imprint, roll the dice, and the windfall. I feel like you've made a lasting impression. You've already started to implement this impression. And the windfall from this, there's going to be a lot of money coming your way, a lot of security, a lot of popularity. Could get star power. You rolled the dice. You took this risk. With great risks come powerful results. With great risks come major results. We've got windfall. We've got success sitting out here. Prepare yourself. Where you're being guided is someplace you have never been before. But it all started with those tools that you utilize to help you get to this place you're at right now. Let's see what a possible block is. You could be winging it. Yeah, more wisdom, more insight, more knowledge. We can't wing it. We can't guess our way through this. There's a fake it till you make it attitude, and it shows. People can tell that you are as green as collards. You need to be putting more effort into what you're presenting so that people will look at you professionally. We've got divine timing as well. So take advantage of the timing. This is taking you in a different direction. It's not on your timeline. This is about divine timing. This is about that divine timing. Where are you being guided? Let go and let God, right? All right, collective, I feel like that was your reading. Thank you all so much for tuning in, playing along. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Going to the link tree in the description box on this page will take you to my website where you can book personal private reading or mentorship. If you go all the way to the bottom of that link tree, you'll see all of the other platforms where I'm going live and posting content. If you recognize any of those, go ahead and give me a follow. The more places you're following me, the more chances you have to catch me and our guidance. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in and playing along. Until next time, I'm wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.